Hello, I'm going to share some signs that someone may be abusive, aggressive, and/or violent in a relationship. Please note that every situation is different and these signs may not be your exact signs. This is what I've experienced, and I'm sharing these signs to help someone who experienced similar signs, or these signs may be new. The first sign is that they're controlling. The definition of domestic violence is a person who has aggressive and/or violent behaviors towards another person, typically their spouse or their partner. So it's basically someone who's controlling another person. And that could be keeping tabs on you, needing to know where you're at, who you're with, where you're going, telling you what to do and telling you how to do it. Just basically not letting you be a free human being. The second sign is that they lie about serious events that happened in previous relationships. So when you're talking to a person, you're getting to know them, y'all having conversations, great time for fact finding. So you're probably getting their name, their age, their birthday, where they're from. Some people typically talk about different states they lived in. Great information. That's enough information for you to be able to go online and research on that person. So every state should have a judiciary and/or like a case search or something to that nature, .gov. Please research on a person. I highly, highly, highly advise you to research on a person as soon as possible. The third sign is that they say disturbing things that may be harmful to you. So they may say something along the lines of, or maybe you can fall down the stairs, or maybe you'll get pushed into a moving vehicle, or maybe you'll slip and fall in the grocery store one day and break your neck. Don't take that lightly. Definitely keep that in the back of your mind. And if you express to them that, hey, that's not funny, or don't joke like that, and their response to you is, hey, don't get so sensitive. It was just a harmless joke. No, it's not a harmless joke, and don't just blow it off because they're trying to make light of the situation, because ultimately that can come into fruition and that's harmful or deadly to you. The fourth sign is that the male requests the female to be rough. That happened to me, and at first I was kind of like, that's weird of a request because no one has said that to me before. And so after everything that happened with him and I realized the stories he used to tell me, he was used to females being rough and aggressive and abusive towards him and him doing the same thing. And they're just thinking that it's normal behavior when it's not. So I definitely say kind of keep that as a red flag. The fifth sign is that they're wanting to isolate you. And so they can do this in subtle ways. And that can be them cutting your resources off with other people. So that can be communication-wise. Them not wanting you to be on your phone, talking to people, texting people, or not being on social media. Or that can be physical interactions, like going to events and going to certain places where it requires you to be there physically. So if they're already talking crazy and they're being controlling and already saying disturbing things to you, and then if you're starting to notice that they're trying to isolate you in some kind of way, start to back away, because who's to say that from that point on, they're not going to put their hands on you. And so I highly advise that you always keep people around, keep communications with people. And I advise that you, as safely as possible, try to get away from that person if they're being violent towards you. If you are in a domestic violence situation, I highly advise you to contact the National Domestic Violence Hotline. They'll be able to assist you with resources and give you information that you probably weren't aware of. And I also highly advise that you seek professional help from a counselor or a therapist. If you aren't able to afford counseling or therapy, I advise you to seek help from a trusted person in your life, because it is a traumatic event and you should have help. So thank you for watching and take care.